What's going on, Shiny Crew? I'm the Silver Slasher, and welcome to the 10K Q&A. So, in case you missed it, a couple of days ago, I went ahead and, in celebration of 10,000 subscribers, thank you so much for that again, went ahead and asked you guys to leave me some questions that I can answer. I haven't done a Q&A since 1,000 subscribers, so I figured it was probably about time that I do another one, and a bunch of you did come through and give me up to 3 questions, so let's just go ahead and start answering them. We'll start off one that I know I'm probably going to get asked a lot. Mega Infernape, why did you start YouTube? So I started YouTube about 4 years ago, and basically I played Minecraft in hopes that I would get to meet some of the cool Minecraft YouTubers that I was watching every day, because Minecraft was just a hit thing back then. And, spoiler alert, I never did. But bonus spoiler alert, I don't really care that I never did, and I don't really care to meet any of them now, so it kind of worked out in the end. But yeah, I basically started it just to... I wanted to be one of them, and I wanted to meet them. And then eventually, when I realized that there was a big community for Pokemon, I moved over to Pokemon, and the rest is history. We have Marshadow Almighty. Would you rather die and become the opposite gender, or die and become a robot? So, that's probably one of the most unique questions in this question and answer, and, I gotta say, after the recent popularity of that face app that lets you see what you would look like as a girl, I gotta be honest, I'm gonna pick, gender, because, look at me, dude, I'm a freaking cutie as a girl. Then we have DV Anything. How did you learn how to edit? I mean, it's just like, when I was doing Minecraft stuff, all I would do is open up Vegas, and I would set the clips in there, and I would just put them together, and they would just be like no animation, no fades, it would just go all through. And they obviously made it kind of garbage. I learned how to fade, I'm pretty sure. But either way, eventually I watched a video. I always forget the name. I feel like the name has like Angel in it, but I don't remember. There was another channel who did a tutorial video about how to put your Pokemon screens on a layout, and that's how I learned how to do that. And from there it was just practicing. Through a class that I took, I learned that Premiere is way better than Vegas, and Final Cut, and stuff like that, so I started using Premiere. And from there it was just practice. Just keep using Premiere every day until I got better and better. Then we got a question from Aaron. Do you play Showdown? And if so, what is your ranking? I play Showdown very rarely. I know I've done some Showdown streams before, and I would love to do that again. If you guys would like to see me play Showdown, like if you want a series where I just sit in front of Showdown and play, maybe with some friends or something, just go ahead and let me know, because I don't mind it. I like me some competitive now and then. But I've never touched the ranking aspect. I honestly didn't even know that there was a ranking thing until I read this question. But, yeah, like... Oh, yeah, well, yeah, it gives you points at the end of each match, huh? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I guess I don't use it logged in enough. But, yeah, like... I play Showdown occasionally, not super often, though. The Crafty Kin, who is your favorite YouTuber apart from yourself? Ooh, that is a real tough one. Yeah, it's a really tough decision, man. I don't really know. I guess I'll just give like a couple contenders. When it comes to Pokemon, Dookie Shed just has shaped my humor and my content creation, and just so much. I don't think I'd have nearly the same type of comedy I do now if I hadn't started watching his videos and continued to watch them to this day. Another big one, Video Game Donkey. The guy is so funny. Super Mario Bros. 2. Kokichi, what are your plans for the future? Do you think you'd be doing this when you were younger? I don't really know what my plans for the future are. I'm kind of just taking it as it goes. However, the other day I took a little nap, and I had a dream where I started off with me sitting at a computer in my own house that I completely own, and I look at my computer and it says like upload successful, so I mean like I'm financially stable on YouTube, and I walk to the kitchen and I get a nice I think it's like Red Baron like 3 cheesy bread or something thing out of the toaster oven, and then I sat on the couch and watched Futurama in my dream, and I don't really have too many plans, but that sounds pretty great. So if I can do that, I think I've made it. Did I think I'd be doing this when I was younger? It's kind of tough. I don't think anyone really thinks they'll be doing it, but there's obviously you want to. It's kind of tough, because, like, obviously, because when I started doing Minecraft videos, I didn't actually know that you could do it for a living. I just thought it was just a hobby kind of thing. And but by the time I started Pokemon, I knew that you could do it for a living, and that there were tons of people who did. So, by that point, I did know that I could, and I know that it was possible, not that I could possibly be that good or whatever. But, like, I definitely wanted it, and I still wanted it. It's still, like, one of my only goals in life is to do this for a living. And, right now, it's not exactly enough to live off of, but it is my only job currently, and, yeah, it's kind of tough. I guess you could say I didn't expect to be at 10,000 right now. That was a little bit of a surprise, but, yeah, either way, yes but no, I guess. Benny Canella. What Pokemon do you think deserves a Mega, Signature Move, or Z move? So it's kind of funny. This is pretty much what Silver Dex is about. It's just that. Like, I just take Pokemon and I give them a Mega and or Signature Move or Z move and stuff like that. So, any Pokemon from that, I guess. But obviously, if I had to pick one, Bisharp. Give the dude... I mean, we've got a Pawn, we've got a Bishop. Give us, like, whether it's a new evolution or a new Mega or something, give us a King Stab. I don't know what he'd be called. Zig Ziglar asks, where my money? And my answer is, Brian, you ain't no pimp, dude. Like 4 of you are gonna get that. Maybe less. Impish Infernape, what is your most embarrassing moment of school? And what is your favorite game besides Pokemon? My most embarrassing moment from school is probably, I don't know why I remember this. I was in, like, 1st grade, and, I had to go to the bathroom so bad. Like, I was just dying in that 1st grade seat. And, I was one of those kids who just would absolutely not do anything wrong, no matter what. Like, just, like, the straightest possible edge. I like how it actually looks kind of bent. The straightest possible edge student when I was that young. And, I just had to go so bad. And I was just, like, waving my hand around in the air, like, teacher, I know you're lecturing right now or whatever, but can you please just answer me? And I was panicking so hard that, like, I think she finally called on me, and I said something weird, like, I need to go, or something like that, or like, I need to leave. I don't remember, it was I think it was I need to leave. It was like a really weird sentence like that. And she was like, you need to what? And before she can even finish that sentence, I just bolted out of the room, like, slammed the door with my shoulder, and just kept running. And then I went to the bathroom, and I was all sad. And I think I probably cried in the bathroom as, like, in, like, 1st grade because I was embarrassed. And I was like, what if they think that I, like, wet myself, or whatever. And just a little bonus thing, there was a kid in the bathroom at that moment who said, like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I just panicked. And he was like, just go to the nurse, you'll be fine. And I was like, that kid was so nice, and I never, like, dude, if somehow you're out there and you remember that, thank you, dude. I don't know why I remember you being there, but I totally do, so that is probably my most embarrassing moment of school. Other than that, I don't really do a whole lot. I would just sit there and look at the screen and write. Screen, look at the board, and write whatever. I wasn't a very... I didn't exactly put myself in a lot of situations where embarrassing things could happen. When it comes to favorite game besides Pokemon, I assume since Pokemon is not one game, you're talking about, like, franchises. And if that's the case, Fire Emblem. I love Fire Emblem so much. It's just so good. And I've often said Fire Emblem would probably be my favorite game franchise if Pokemon didn't exist, or if, like, Pokemon wasn't so nostalgic to me. But yeah, I love Fire Emblem, so that one. Red's Rare Candy. What is your favorite Nuzlocke that you've done so far? White 2 Extreme Randomizer. And not even because it was so supported by you guys, just that was like a bonus. That one was just so fun though, with a runner-up spot going to the Diamond Chain Monologue Randomizer. Beautiful series, loved them so much. And yeah, it's just I want to do more fun series like that. It's just hard, like, that was my first chain monologue randomizer, and, I think that made it a lot more fun. That was my first extreme randomizer, and I think that made it a lot more fun. I do want to do more of both of them in the future. I know we just did a chain monologue randomizer, so we'll give that one a little time. But, and I guess we're also doing an extreme randomizer right now, but probably expect at least another one of those in the kind of foreseeable future. It'll be a couple months, probably. We'll see. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. Asher Mantha, do you shiny hunt or ever plan to? What about streams? So, when I did my face reveal stream, or when I did my face reveal, I did my first Twitch stream as the Silver Slasher. I don't think I'd ever streamed on Twitch since I started this channel, which is really weird. I had streamed on YouTube. There were some times where, I know I had a span of like a month where I would stream like every day when I got home from class. I would play Hearthstone or Showdown, or I think I played Rocket League like once. It was just whatever I was feeling in the mood for that day. And I really haven't streamed since that face reveal stream though, where I shiny hunted for Grubbin. And I don't know, I do want to stream more. I'm gonna be streaming over summer, most likely a lot more, just on the off season between classes. And I love streaming, it's fun, but shiny hunting is just not very fun for me. I realized that it just wasn't very fun. I like competitively breeding and stuff, so maybe I'll do some streams of that, who knows. That's kind of boring though, kind of boring to watch. Then again, shiny hunting's boring to watch. We'll see, dude. But I am probably gonna stream, although I don't know how often I'll stream Pokemon, because honestly, as much as I love Pokemon and I love playing it for YouTube, I don't feel like it's the best stream game. Like, I feel like I'd do much better and be a lot happier streaming like Mario Kart and stuff like that. But we'll see. It will be over this summer. You got about a month to wait, I'd say, before streams become a more common occurrence. Little Hydra Lee, how did you get your channel name? Alright, it's a pretty easy one. The, as in the word, Silver, as in both Wade Silver, and also the fact that the original mascot for this channel was a Silver Bisharp. And then Slasher, which was the nickname I gave to my first Bisharp. Or I guess my first English Bisharp, because my first Bisharp was Japanese. So, Slasher. That's where that all came from, so the Silver Slasher. Crisp the Gamer says, do you have a girlfriend? No, I don't. And I'm totally not upset about it at all. The Haxie Axie Pokemon Master, did you ever think that you would get this many subscribers? I kinda answered this one a little bit already, but think, not really, want, yes. I mean, I guess you could say I did think I would get here. I thought it would take a lot longer, though. Because, like, by the time we reached, like, 500, I was like, okay, chances are we're gonna get to 10,000 eventually, or whatever, you know? But, like, the fact that it's right now is what surprises me, so yes and no, I'll say again. Elliot Ford, favorite Pokemon waifu? Why is Bisharp your favorite? And what is your relationship status? You guys are killing me with that one. Favorite Pokemon waifu? Probably Wick. Is, as much as I like Ilessa and Skyla from Gen 5, I don't know, Lily is also a contender too. Lily was a really fun character to have around. But just like, Wick is just like, Wick is cute and just so sweet. A very enjoyable character in my opinion. Why is Bisharp my favorite? Basically, he looks cool. I've told this story, I think, once before. I was sitting, I think the channel, I can't remember if the channel was called the Silver Bisharp. I think it was at the time. No, wait, no, it wasn't. That doesn't make any sense. The channel was just called Wade Silver Show, which is why that's what my ad is on Twitter. I didn't bother changing it, and I probably never will. But, I don't know, maybe I'll change it to, like, this, like, Slasher YT or something. I don't know. Well, I'll probably change the Twitter ad at some point. Maybe not, we'll see. But, I was just called Wade Silver Show, and I was like, I need a mascot and a better name. And I couldn't think of anything, and I was like, well, I'll come back to it later. And I just happened to have my DS sitting on my desk charging, like my original DS Lite or whatever, and I opened it, and I was sitting on the summary for Bisharp, and I was like, this dude's awesome. I forgot how cool Bisharp was, and that was pretty much all the thought that went into it. I was like, he's awesome. And then I just kept making him a big deal in my life until he became an important thing. And what is my relationship status? Just said this one. Single. Pinky Ranjan, what is your favorite shiny Pokemon? Oh man, dude, that is a really tough one. Because honestly, like, I can't think of a whole lot of shinies off the top of my head. I know it's kind of like stereotypical to say Gyarados, because Red Gyarados is like duh. But he really is so awesome. Like, there's a reason that they made him a big deal in Gold and Silver. So I think Red Gyarados is probably maybe not my absolute favorite. I also kind of like Shiny Porygon Z. He's pretty cool. These are just a couple that I can think of off the top of my head. I like Shiny Umbreon. I don't know why a lot of people hate that one. I think just it's like really subtle change and it makes it look really good. Joseph Bolanos, what is your favorite fossil Pokemon? Do you have a girl? Dude, what the heck? Why do you guys want to know this so much? Favorite, oh my god, okay. What is your favorite fossil? Do you have a girlfriend? How old are you? Favorite fossil? Kabutops. I know he's like the original. You just can't beat that boy. He's just so freaking cool. I don't know if they'll ever make one cooler than him. Tyrantrum is awesome, but like I just love Kabutops so much. No, I don't have a girlfriend. I don't. And my age will be a secret for the time being, because I don't know. I feel like the more a YouTuber, because I watch a lot of YouTube, I think that's pretty obvious. I think the more a YouTuber reveals about themselves, the less fun I have watching their videos. And it's a really weird thing. I just feel like it kind of, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like, there's some streamers and some YouTubers where I'm like, I don't want you to ever do a face reveal, because like, I just want your voice to be your voice forever. And some of them just do not match their voice, and it ruins it for me. But like, yeah, so there's some stuff that I want to keep a secret, and for now, age is gonna be that. I will say, I have this in my Twitter bio, I look like 15 or 14, and I guarantee you I'm older than that, so don't you worry about that. But like, oh my god, dude, I've got such a baby face, what the heck. Then we have Ultra Beast. Why did you decide to do Pokemon on your channel? I mean, I kind of talked about this. I did Minecraft and just watched like a big variety of video game content. I watched Beyblade stuff. I don't know why, it was just kind of entertaining. And also, I had been like watching the Beyblade geeks for so long, and those guys are awesome. Oh, I loved all three of them. I love the current two. If I could meet some YouTubers, even though I don't really watch this anymore, I would probably meet those guys because they're so cool. They're such cool people, it seems like. And yeah, just eventually I just realized that there was a big Pokemon community and remembered how much I love Pokemon. Like, I mean, for those curious, basically, I was at a party and I was just browsing YouTube and I saw a video by Jay Witz, and I did not know who he was at the time, and I think it was about banned TCG cards, if I'm not mistaken. It was something about weird TCG cards, and I was like, oh man, this guy makes Pokemon videos. And then like, I just kept watching, and then through Jay Witz I found Tamashi Hiroka and Munching Orange, and through Munching Orange I found Nate, Nappy, Dookie Shed, ShoeTube. It just branched out into this giant thing. Everyone led to someone else, all starting with Jay Witz, and just like just he and Munching Orange were just like the biggest inspirations to start making the kind of videos I do. And then I think Nate and Dookie collectively sort of influenced my type of humor and my the way I do things, and it just all came together to form one big accidental love child, being me. Meta Maestro, how did you come up with your username? The Silver as in Wade Silver, and also the Silver Bisharp that was the mascot. Boo. And Slasher, nickname for my Bisharp. Bop. Sun Lee, if you had to choose to remove every Dragon type or every Dark type, which would you pick? Dragon. 100%. Dark type is my favorite type. I freaking love Dark type. With my second favorite type probably being Steel. But I really love Dark types. And I could, as much as I love me some Vibrava and Flygon and Dragonite and stuff like that, you're not taking my boy Bisharp away from me. Have you ever thought of playing some horror games on the channel, and do I like voice acting? No for the horror games. Thing is, like, I'm overall actually a pretty calm person. It probably doesn't come off that way in my videos. I'm pretty calm, and like, you know, like, when you're a kid and you're in school, there will be, like, fire drills and stuff where you're just sitting there and all of a sudden it's meh, and like, I was always the one kid who was just, like, completely, like, oh, and, like, got up while everyone else is like, ah! So, like, I can deal with stuff like that, but at the same time, that was when I was in class, and, like, just blankly doing my work. But when I do this, I'm, like, all hyper and excited because I love doing this. So, like, who knows how unable to handle horror games I would do if I was like this. I already don't watch, like, horror movies, because I don't want to try it. I don't even want to bother trying to deal with it. So no, probably not. And I absolutely love voice acting. I do voices all the time throughout my day. I am just consistently doing voices. And I mean, I do voices for every character in when we do series, so you obviously see me do it there. But like, there's so many voices that I practice all the time. We had an episode of that was the most recent episode of the Moon Let's Play, which, if any of you are curious, just on hiatus for now. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Probably finish it on a stream or something. But there was a whole episode that was just me laughing at myself because I kept doing the voice of Lenny from Simpsons. And I love voice acting. It's so fun. Invid of INP, favorite Fire Emblem waifu. Oh, that's a really tough one, dude. I married Ophelia in Fire Emblem Conquest, and I don't regret that decision at all. I think Ophelia is super sweet, and that's something I really like, and she's also super cute, so I really enjoyed Ophelia, although I do feel like I relate more to Soleil from Conquest and Eirika from Sacred Stones, so they're pretty great too, although I do have some bias against Eirika because she's actually just straight garbage in-game. At least for me. I don't know if other people think she's okay. I have never had Eirika be good in any of my FE8 playthroughs. That's my favorite Fire Emblem, by the way. And, yeah, so one of those three, but most likely Ophelia. Xavier Bolin, what's your favorite artist? Would you ever get Snapchat and Instagram? I'll assume you're talking about music for artists and not like, and you don't expect me to be like, Leonardo da Vinci, I love the Mona Lisa, or whatever. But, yeah, so I'll assume you mean music. And I'm gonna give 3, because there's 3 of them that I just love. Let's do like alright, ready? Here, new video right here. Top 3 favorite artists. Number 3, Gorillaz. I love the Gorillaz. Prior to this year, I would say I only really knew Clint Eastwood and Feel Good Inc. because they're the most popular. But, the hype for the Humans album got me listening to them again, and got me listening to both the new and old stuff. So, like, I've been listening to more of Demon Days and Plastic Beach, and I've listened to all of Humans, and I love the Gorillaz, and they're great. The best part, obviously, being the 4 characters, and the best of those, obviously, being 2D. That's my boy. But, yeah, I love the Gorillaz, and they're pretty great. Number 2 will be Jacob Tilburg, who is an internet music creator. I don't know if he does, like, shows or anything, to be honest. They call him the mailman because he always delivers. He has made so very few bad songs. There are just, like, virtually none of his songs that I don't like. I don't really like when he does, like, I don't know, it's like, there's some stuff, like, I don't really like You that much. I know he hyped that one up a bit. I'm sorry I doubt you're watching this, Jacob, but I'm sorry if you are somehow. And, but yeah, you guys have heard his music too, because I use it all the time. Actually, the new intro, the is the start of his song Damage, and the You Got Me Like, that's from his song Heartless. Those are both by him, and yeah, he's just great. I adore Jacob Tilburg's music. And number 1, my favorite artist, Huntar. Super underrated. Just every song he makes is just the best. I think there's like 2 songs I've heard from him that I don't really care for, and I don't remember which ones they are. But, like, he's got so many good songs, dude. My phone is, like, probably at least 50% Gorillaz and Huntar, and then some Jacob Tilburg. Although most of his songs are, like, are good for different reasons than the other two, so Jacob's not on my phone quite as much. But still so good. Still, I love all three of them. Huntar at the top. Would I ever get Snapchat and Instagram? Not Snapchat. I had it at one point, and I just didn't even use it, and I didn't like it. And eventually I just deleted it. And then for Instagram, maybe? I don't know anything about Instagram, to be honest. I've never even seen it. I think I've seen it, like, people do that weird thing, where they see something on Instagram, and then they screenshot it, and then put it on Twitter. Like, what the... Why wouldn't you just tweet it? You could just take credit for it then. But, yeah, like, maybe Instagram. I don't know anything about it, though. Pokeduck, what is your favorite shiny, what is your favorite beverage, and what is your favorite Pokemon spin-off? My favorite shiny I kind of talked about, probably Red Gyarados. Just such a good one, dude. It is a little sad that pretty much everyone has one, but such a good shiny, though. What is my favorite beverage? As much as it's terrible for me, and I don't like to admit it, Pepsi. I drink too much. It's a real problem. And, anyway, what was my favorite Pokemon spin-off? I don't really like any of the spin-offs, to be honest, but I guess Pokemon Conquest, because it's basically just Fire Emblem plus Pokemon. Yeah, like, the spin-offs have never really done it for me. I don't really like Mystery Dungeon. I'm sorry. I know people love that franchise, but, like, I do not care for Mystery Dungeon. I try it every single time it comes out. Every single time there's a new one, I try it, and it just doesn't do it for me. I can see my box for Conquest over there. I'm not going to bother changing the camera because I'm going to end up ruining it. Also, Rumble was pretty fun. I kind of liked Rumble. But I don't think it was as good as Conquest. Mr. Luis13 asks, why haven't you been posting GFX videos? Can you make some type of GFX tutorial? As far as tutorials go, I don't feel like I'm really qualified. My GFX aren't good. I mean, like, I don't feel like they're terrible. But, like, especially nowadays, they've gotten really lazy. For the next series, I don't know, I'm not gonna, like, spoil it. For the next series, I want to make the GFX. I want to go over the top with them. Because right now, I mean, like, in the past, like, couple series, like, pretty much since the DCMR, I felt very disappointed in myself. I just haven't put a lot of work into them. And it's mostly because I don't anticipate the end of the series well enough, and I end up doing them, like, 2 days before the new one is starting. But, yeah, I don't know if I'm really qualified. But then, why haven't I been posting GFX videos? That's the answer as well. I have not been doing anything super revolutionary. Like, you look at the freaking, Blaze Black Randomizer Nuzlocke. The only creative thing on there, like, it's just like a gray background with white boxes. And the party is unique, which, if you're curious about what's going on with the party, it's the art on top of a motion-blurred image of the route they were caught on. I thought that was a pretty unique thing to do. I think I blur it a little too much, though. I don't know. I don't really feel like changing it, though. We'll see. But that's, like, the only creative part, and it really didn't require that much, so... Yeah, I just feel like I haven't done anything impressive enough to upload since the DCMR. So, I guess expect one for the next series, because I'm going to be doing my best to make it look really good. But, yeah, that's the reason. CoolCar25, do you watch anime, and what are your top 5 favorites? Well, I don't know if that was any indication, but, yes I do. And, I don't watch it as much as I used to, and I don't watch it as much as a lot of other people, cough cough mystic, and, anyway, top 5 favorites. I do like anime, though, I just don't watch it too often. My number 1 favorite is One Punch Man. I know what you're gonna say, but I adore One Punch Man. I've got a big old poster of it on the wall right there. My second favorite has gotta be Yona of the Dawn. I think that's pretty underrated. I don't think a lot of people know about it, but Yona of the Dawn, I don't really know what to say without spoiling it. Very good show. It reminds me a lot of Fire Emblem, which is probably why I love it. But, very, very good. I watched the whole thing in, like, 2 days because I could not wait any longer to see how it ended. And, number 3, probably Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Very good. I still haven't finished it, even though I've been watching it on and off for, like, 2 years. Because I'll watch, like, 2 episodes, and I'll be like, alright, I'll watch 2 more tomorrow. And then I won't. And then I'll just wait, like, months before watching 2 more. So, like... Yeah, and then I got the Blu-rays, because they did the thing where they were like, oh, the Blu-rays are gonna go away forever. So I got the Blu-rays, and I was like, oh, I'll watch them. And then I was like, oh wait, my computer can't do Blu-ray discs. So then I had to get a Blu-ray disc drive, which I did, and I just haven't gotten around to finishing it yet. So I love that show, but I haven't finished it. Number 4, dude, I'm already running out. Alright, it's time to... I guess I'm gonna go ahead and just, like... No, never mind. I was about to light a fire in the comments and say Sword Art Online, but I don't think I like it that much. I love that show. People hate on it. I'm just too much of a sucker for romance. And, yeah, Sword Art's good. I'm sorry, but I like it. I don't think it's top 5, though. It's kinda stereotypical, but Dragon Ball Z, like, duh, it's so good. Like, there's a reason it's, like, the most popular ever. And I guess for number 5, it's, I guess just, like, any card game anime, pretty much. I don't know, I know what you're thinking, but, like, this is Cardfight Vanguard, if any of you are curious. I played that game, like, religiously for, like, a year or two. Just absolutely adored this. I would probably still be playing it if they would just port the freaking 3DS game to English. I'm not upset at all. And then, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! I love. It's great. It is mostly for the game that I like the shows, though, so keep that in mind. Austin's Pokemon, why do you think Ash is always 10 years old? Will Serena and Ash date? I think Ash is always 10 years old because of, the consequences of bombing Nagasaki and Hiroshima. No, I think he's just trying to relate to the kids that watch. Will Ash and Serena date? No. No, they won't. I mean, they got pretty close, right? But she left. I mean, he goes to Alola, and she's not there, so no, it's not gonna happen, I don't think. I think she was probably the closest he ever got, though, if that's worth anything. Then we have Amin Bakir. I got your name right that time. Hopefully I got it right that time. But, are you planning on playing any other games than Pokemon on the channel? Yes and no. I go back and forth on this all the time. I was gonna start a Fire Emblem Let's Play, and here's the thing, as much as I like playing other games, and I think Pokemon has not shaped my life, Nintendo has shaped my life, so, I do want to play more Nintendo games, but at the same time, like, Let's Playing other games just does not feel right to me, and I don't know why. I'd say for the foreseeable future, expect Nintendo videos. Like, maybe I'll do a top 10 about other things other than Pokemon that are full, like, all Nintendo. But don't expect any Nintendo Let's Plays for now. I just don't really... Other than Pokemon, I just don't really feel it right now. Because I sat down to record a Fire Emblem Let's Play, and I was like, I don't know. This doesn't feel right, man. We've got Starboy. How many years have you done YouTube? What is your best collab with others? I have done YouTube for, I think, 4 years now. And I have done this channel for nearly 3. And, yeah, that's pretty much all as far as that goes. Yeah. My best collab with others. I mean, I've done quite a few videos with Arizo at this point, but I think the Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Extreme Randomizer, Soul Link, so far, has been my favorite thing that I've done with him. Very much enjoying that. And, I know... it's really hard to get used to doing a Let's Play with someone else when you do it by yourself for so often. So I feel like there's a lot of awkward silences at the start of this series, but it's gonna get better, I promise. Dominic Burgess. What days do you normally stream? What is your favorite subject in school? Before YouTube, what did you want to be when you were older? That's a good question. I don't normally stream on any days. We'll see this summer, like I said before. I would like to stream more. Over summer, I could theoretically stream every single day, although I probably won't do every day. Maybe I'll do like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday thing. Who knows? We'll just see whatever I'm feeling like. Maybe I'll stream every day. It doesn't really... There's no way of telling until we get to the time when I'm off of class. My favorite subject in school was absolutely freaking none of them. I'm gonna go ahead and be a terrible role model for a second and say I hated school. I still hate class. It is so bad. I just cannot stand being there at all. Like, the whole time I'm there, I just hear in my brain, just throughout all of school, just hear in my brain, this is useless. You are not learning anything. You could be spending this time making videos which will build up towards your career and will make you money and will possibly teach you more about more practical things. Hate the school system so much. I did not have fun in any classes. I'm sorry that I had to answer it like that, but I want to be honest. Before YouTube, and I mean even now, it's gonna probably be my backup if YouTube doesn't work out somehow. I want to work for Nintendo in some way, shape, or form. I want to be able to make games for them. like, I don't care if I'm a playtester, or if I actually design games, or if I program them. I don't care, but that company is my life. I know I get some hate and, like, made fun of by friends every once in a while for being such a Nintendo fanboy, but they really are, like, my life. They are my favorite thing on this planet right now. And, just to be able to be part of them would be amazing. And we'll see if I ever end up getting there. I mean, I'm happy just playing the games. I'm also happy making them. I already have a very slight background in game design and programs. Very, 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 very slight. But I mean, maybe I'll get some practice and get there someday. I already have ideas for games, but for now, I'm happy with what I'm doing. So we'll see. Papa de Rappa says, which Pokemon do you want to get a buff the most? What about Nerf? What Pokemon do I want to get buffed the most? I mean, I want to say Bisharp and Pawniard, but Bisharp I don't think actually really needs it. So I'm just going to go ahead and say Pawniard, and that is because, I mean, Pawniard is supposed to be weak, right? You turn into Bisharp, you gotta start weak. But you have to keep him until level 52, and that is very high level for how weak Pawniard is. So I want either Pawniard to get buffed, or I want the level to be reduced to get Bisharp, because holy crap is Pawniard bad for a level 51 Pokemon. Wow. And Nerf, is there any Pokemon that really need a nerf? Like, I don't know. I don't feel like Pokemon really need nerfs. Like, I get a Mega Rayquaza, I don't know. I don't but incredibly overpowered Pokemon have their place in the game, so I don't really think anyone needs to be nerfed. Britain Goodiemote? I don't really know. What is your favorite Pokemon? what do you play at games other than Pokemon avidly? My favorite Pokemon is Bisharp. I think I've said it enough times in this episode for you to figure it out by now, so I'm sorry that you kind of got your question answered. I'm sorry that you got your answer kind of spoiled, but, do you play any games other than Pokemon? Yes, I play every single Fire Emblem that comes out. I have played plenty of Fire Emblems, but none of them, or not many of them, to completion. So, yeah, love Fire Emblem. I play every Mario game. I play every Mario Kart. I've been playing Deluxe so much. So, yeah, plenty of other things. Isaiah Padilla, what is your goal by the end of the year? Wow, if you had asked me my goal by the end of the year, like, a week ago, I probably would have said, like, 15,000, probably, and I still think that's pretty reasonable. But, at this rate, I'm gonna go ahead and put, maybe it's too much, you never know what's too much. I'm gonna go ahead and set my sights on 20k. I think we can do it, we're halfway there already, and, I think we can build up another 10k in a year. We'll see. It could possibly backfire. For all I know, we won't even reach 15 by the end of the year. But, we'll see. I'm gonna set my sights on 20k for this year, though. MLG COD Pro asks, why is Bisharp your favorite? If you could create a Pokemon game, what would it look like? Would you ever do a versus with Tyranitar Tube? So I basically answered this one, but Bisharp is my favorite just because he's cool. And he's also really strong, so that's kind of a bonus. But, like, just such a cool Pokemon. I mean, I've complained plenty of times about Bisharp's Gen 6 3D model because I really don't like it. He really does not look that cool in Gen 6. But in 5, like, that boy was agile. You could tell that he was a fast physical attacker. I mean, he's not that fast. Let's be honest. Bisharp is not that fast. But, like, he looks like he will kill you. In X and Y, he looks like he'll try to chase after you and then smash his giant thighs together and fall over. And just, oh my god. Why did they make him? I get that he's shaped more like a chess piece, which go out at the bottom, but, like, please, in the next ones, make his thighs smaller again. It made me so sad to see those in Gen 6. If I could create a Pokemon game, it's really tough to say what I would base it on. Because, like, the thing is, I don't think I would really want to base my game off of one specific place. But if I had to pick, I'd say probably, like, Greece, maybe? I think that'd be a pretty sweet region for Pokemon. And, yeah, that seems like a pretty cool one. So, probably there. If not that, probably a really tropical place, because I like tropical settings. But, obviously not Hawaii. But, anyway. would I ever do a versus with Tyranitar Tube? I don't see why not. He seems like a great guy, and he makes good videos. So I don't see a reason why not. So I guess it's up to him. If he's out there and he wants to do a versus, maybe if you want to ask him, I don't know. It's up to you, dude. But yeah, if he's down, I'm down. Ultra Logan, who is your favorite YouTuber to watch in your spare time? So as much as I love the YouTubers I mentioned earlier, like Dunkey, I think just the ultimate spare time viewing is Game Grumps. Like, I can just sit down and watch them forever. I mean, Nate and Dookie is a very close second because I have seen the X and Y vs. Wonderlock and the Soul Silver Randomizer Nuzlocke. I guess it was just a Soul Silver Nuzlocke at first, and it didn't randomize it till the end. I have seen both of those series all the way through an incountable number of times. Is incountable a word? A number of times that is not countable. I don't know. Is countable even a word? I don't know. But at the same time, like, I have seen every single upload from when John was on Game Grumps, and I've not seen every single upload since Dan was on the show, because that's like years of videos. But I have seen every single episode with John, and it's so good to just sit down and watch them. And our last question by the Gengar guy: how do you think the Pokemon anime will end? How did you meet Arizo? Who inspired you to make Pokemon content? I don't think the anime will ever end. I mean, I think as long as the games go on, the anime will. And the games still sell like mad, and they're still all fun, and they still have creative ideas, so I think as long as the game goes on, the anime will go on, and if we're lucky, the games will never end. So I think the anime will probably do the same. Although, I don't know how many people still watch the anime, I don't know how many people will still watch it now that Sun and Moon is out. I know a lot of people are very critical of the art style and general feel of it since X and Y, the ending of X and Y was so serious. I love Sun and Moon so far. I don't think it's a bad show. I really didn't watch Gen 5 or 6. I watched like the first episode of 5 and that was it. And I think I watched like the episode with Ramos of 6 and that's like it. So like I didn't watch a whole lot of 6. But I'm coming back for 7 and it's not terrible. So I think it'll just go on for forever, hopefully. How did I meet Arizo? It was a very small channel. Like 50 subs probably. Maybe a little less than that. And I got a comment on a video from Mystic Umbreon, known as Mystic Umbreon 94 back then. And he was just super nice. I did not expect. I went to his channel and this dude with like 1,000 subscribers. I did not expect him to be so randomly nice to me. And I don't know if he quite expected it either. I guess he just saw that I was making, I mean, not to brag, I mean, the videos sucked back then, they were garbage, but I guess he saw that I was making above average videos, at least for a channel with 50 subscribers, because I had a capture card at the time with 50 subs, and I guess that was probably a little surprising. And he was just super nice, and was like, "Do you want to hang out?" And I was like, "Sure." And I went into a Skype call, and he was like, "Yo, do you mind if my friend Arizo joins?" And I was like, "Sure, dude, I don't know." And that was pretty much it. That was history. And I've known them both for 2 years now. And, yeah, it's been pretty great. And who inspired you to make Pokemon content? Like I said earlier, like, J-Wits and Nate and Dookie. J-Wits, Munching Orange, and Nate and Dookie. Biggest inspirations for everything I make on YouTube, pretty much. Obviously, there are some other small inspirations here and there, like the National Dex is a big inspiration behind Silver Dex, which I guess you could say I kind of ripped him off, but, I mean, I did add my own spin to it, so it's not that much of a rip-off. Sorry, Kels and Alex, I didn't mean to rip off your show. But, yeah, mostly J-Wits, Munching Orange, Nate, and Dookie. The light is getting weird outside, I don't know if you guys saw that. It, like, randomly got a little darker, even though it's the middle of the day. But either way, that is it for the questions. So, thank you guys for asking. Thank you for watching. I'm really glad that I was able to do another Q&A. This ended up being way long. Holy crap. That is a very long video. I didn't know it had been that long. Either way, I hope you guys did enjoy, and if you did, slash that like button down below, and subscribe for some awesome Pokemon content, because, oh my god, you guys have been showing the support like mad recently, and it's just given me the most motivation to make more content that I've had in a very long time. So thank you all so much for that. Hope you keep enjoying the videos, and I'll keep trying to do my best. Thank you all for 10K once again. This has been the Silver Slasher Wade Silver, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.
You gotta show me now. What would I do without you? Are we supposed to know if we will never grow? It's not a perfect life. I can't sleep at night. How could I win this fight if I would never trust you?